Hello, welcome back, BoxSetter1 here, and today we'll be reviewing this set. This is set 75359, and it is the last battle pack we'll be reviewing here because it's the last one I have to review. And we're only 20 days into the month, which is kind of crazy. I thought we would have a lot more time, but yeah. We'll today obviously look at the nice minifigures in this set, pretty nice, and the build. So let's look at the minifigures first. The first figure in this set is the just normal 332nd Ahsoka Trooper. I think I'm saying it right. Is it 332nd? I'm just calling them Ahsoka Troopers from now on. I don't want to mess that up. But we have this guy, and he's just a regular clone. Well, obviously not fully regular. He's 332nd Ahsoka, but he does have a blaster, and he does have helmet holes. So you may not like him for that. I like the original ones better, honestly. The original Ahsoka Troopers that they had out back in 2020, I believe. I think they look a bit better. I'll do a comparison, actually. And there we go. This is a comparison of the two. And while they look relatively the same, and they are basically the same besides the helmet, you can see which helmet has better shaping here. This one looks much more accurate to the actual clone helmet, but it doesn't have the helmet holes, which is kind of unfortunate. I like having the helmet holes, but I don't like how they did the helmet holes, because they should be on this one, the one that's literally right there. But yeah, enough with the helmet holes rant. Let's get on to the rest of the figures. And the next figures in this set are exactly the same. They also use that new clone head and have the normal armor, of course. It's all the same. Besides, they have these antennas, which do actually work with the helmet holes, which looks good, and in orange, actually, which is kind of interesting. And then they also have these blue jetpacks, which is kind of nice to get. I quite like that. That'd be good for 501st Troopers as well, so that's pretty nice. And both of them have that. I actually quite like these ones, in spite of the helmet holes. I quite like them. But yeah, let's get on to the final figure. And the figure that everybody likes least in this set is, what is it? It's either Captain Vaughn or Commander Vaughn. I forget. I think it's Captain Vaughn. But he is supposed to have a more reddish Ahsoka Trooper look to him, with the visor being more dark orange or red, dark red. But he also has this, obviously, on his torso, which is a pretty simple way to indicate that he was a captain, and he also has a jetpack on the back, which I think the torso is fine. I think it's mainly, I think people don't like the way they did his helmet without the correct coloring. And then he also does have helmet holes and is a non-exclusive head. Also, by the way, it's a named person or named figure in a battle pack, which people also don't like because they like having just the normal nameless people in the battle packs, which is why they didn't like the clone troopers with Ki-Adi-Mundi and the other Jedi. I honestly forget her name right now, but yeah, they didn't like that back then, and also the Bounty Hunters battle pack wasn't liked as much. But yeah, I think he's a fine figure. Obviously, there's some things that he needs to be better. And the build in this set is the Swamp Speeder. And yeah, it's pretty simple, but I actually quite like the look of this, actually. It's the one thing about this set that I think is really good. It's the Swamp Speeder build, and it can sit two figures. It has these stud shooters on the front, which kind of look goofy, but I actually think give it some detail. With the being the new ones, I think they actually look quite nice here. And it has the big engine in the back with two clips for two weapons, which are, well, they can be any weapons, but I just picked these two from Captain Vaughn and then the regular sniper. And he has, or the ship has, some little details in the back and stuff like that. Let's put the figures in it. And we can have the clones, one piloting it and then one shooting out of it. And I have just Captain Vaughn there. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll show you how these work if you don't know, which I bet you do. I mean, everybody pretty much knows. You just push on this back thing and it shoots. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's get on to my final opinion. And my final opinion is that while I don't like the new helmets with the helmet holes in them, and I don't quite like how Vaughn was done, I quite like these clones, and I quite like the build. despite having figures that you may not like, I don't think it's terrible set. I don't think it's absolutely horrendous, but I don't think it's perfect. I think it has some glaring flaws with the figures that a lot of Star Wars collectors also say as well, which, yeah. Besides that, I think it's not too bad. But yeah, I shall see you next time where we will... I don't know what we'll be doing, actually. So this should be pretty interesting. I shall see you then. Goodbye.